Internet! My name is Danielle Miceli, and like many writers, I've been writing fiction since forever. I even majored in creative writing in college, despite a heck of a lot of people telling me I should go study something for a real job. But the thing that finally pushed me to complete the first draft of my upcoming debut fantasy novel was implementing a routine that I really wish I had started from the beginning. I know that if I had, I probably would have finished my book in half the time. So I figured I'd share with you what it took me far too long to learn so that you can set yourself and your novel up for success from the get-go. Number 1, don't stop reading other books even while drafting your own. There are going to be days when you need to take a step back from your work, but still want to keep your creative faculties engaged. Having a good book on the nightstand is one of the few writer breaks that I can get behind. Even if you fall a bit down the rabbit hole, you'd be surprised as to how much reading other books will make you want to get back to your own. When I read things I like, I think, oh my goodness, I know I can do this, I want to go do it. When I read things I don't like, I think, I could totally do this so much better, let me go prove it. And it is imperative that you keep growing as a writer, even while in the drafting phase. Now, of course, the act of drafting itself is going to naturally improve your writing. But I've always believed that books are truly the greatest teachers that writers have. Even when you're not critically reading, you're passively absorbing all sorts of new syntax, vocabulary, style, all while having an awesome time. Where are the cons? Did I just help enable your book buying problem? I'm not sorry. Number 2, prepare. Whether you're the kind of writer who likes to plot every detail in advance or a pantser, as in flying by the seat of your pants, it is usually advantageous to start with at least some sort of an outline. Fill out some character sketches, chart the arc of your plot, figure out the order in which you think scenes have to happen, and know that much of that will change as you write. That's okay. It's totally natural to think that the scenes will play out in a certain way and then end up cutting and pasting and rearranging them as you go. The fact that some things will change does not mean you should skip the outlining process. Having a clear destination in mind makes it way easier to diverge from your intended path without getting lost along the way. Plus, the planning stage is super fun. If it's not, you might be doing it wrong. This is the part of the writing process where you get to take all your wild brainstorming and shameless character indulgence and corral it into the shape and structure of a real story. That's what we all want most out of this, right? So don't skip the prep. Number 3 was a game changer for me, and it all revolves around the little word routine. Schedule your time to write. Schedule what space you're going to write in, the people who are going to hold you accountable and commiserate with you. This sounds like really basic advice, and it is, but it's all about implementation. When you're a newbie writer without deadlines, if you don't write your book, nothing bad is going to happen. Nothing obviously bad is going to happen. You're not going to get in trouble, but you will develop an excuse habit, which so many people feed far more than their dream. And that is some fucked up parasitic shit. Don't let something so within your control like laziness stop you from writing your book. Don't do it. Plan a daily writing routine and stick to it. Repetition is the best way to form a habit. If this is the hardest part for you, you are so not alone. I struggled with productivity for a long time. It really wasn't until the end of 2017 that I found a writing routine that worked for me personally. After I'd been writing my current novel for 7 years, just about, yeah. But I want better for you. Commit to a writing schedule now. It will help. One more thing I want to mention about routine is that you do not have to write every day, but you should work on your book in some way every day. Even if it's just reading a book to refuel your creative energies, like we talked about, or watching a YouTube video for motivation, or getting all pumped up to write your next action scene because you just choreographed it to some kick-ass music you were listening to, or you watched an epic fight on film. Not many humans can write literally every day without burning out. So allow yourself time to relax, but be smart about how you spend it. Number 4, accept that this draft is for no one's eyes but your own. Nobody has to read this book until you let them, and that can be after as many rounds of edits as you want. You can spend 2 years writing the first draft and then a whole year editing it by yourself before anybody else has to see it. It's up to you. So don't impede your progress by expecting every sentence to come out perfect on the first try, because it won't. And honestly, sometimes the only way to fix the bits that make you want to bash your head against the wall repeatedly until you die is to read through the story as a whole so that you can see the forest without getting caught in the damn trees. I am an edit-as-you-go perfectionist, so I understand that this is way easier said than done. So think of it this way. Every word you type is getting you closer and closer to the revisionary glory of that red pen. Finish the story and you can, and will, edit the crap out of it. There will be plenty of time to polish your story into something spectacular later, but only if the draft exists. Which leads me to my last point, number 5. Do you want to know the best thing you can do for your novel? Write it. Listen to advice, research, plan, grow. But all of this means nothing if you don't write anything down. Of all the pitfalls and mistakes I could warn you about, none of them will get in the way of your dreams more than failing to put your fingers on that keyboard or that pen to that paper. So if you want to write a novel, do it. I promise you, whatever disappointment you might be afraid of finding on the page will be far less than the disappointment you'll feel if years down the road that page stays blank. That's all I have for you today. But if you want some bonus motivation, tell me about your book idea in the comments. Leave me a good few sentence pitch and I'll help hype you up. Thank you for joining me on my first video of this shiny new channel. I hope to see you back again soon. I post new writing videos every other Thursday. And if you don't want to miss any, subscribe to this face and ring. Is that where the bell is? Because I'm told that's what actually notifies you when I upload. And if you're looking for ways to connect in the meantime, I'm on both Instagram and Twitter as Danny Writes Books. And I have a website, DanielleMiceli.com, where you can sign up for my newsletter or send me snail mail. We could be pen pals. It could be fucking awesome. And of course, you can read more about Project Home, which is the affectionate nickname for my yet untitled upcoming fantasy debut. I also post monthly book reviews on Goodreads, and I have a Facebook, if people are still into that. You can find all the relevant links down below. So yeah, do the things, be my friend. Until next time.